Hello everyone. In my previous videos, I have discussed about this chapter life processes. I have started the first topic nutrition. In nutrition, I have talked about holozoic nutrition, nutrition in human beings, nutrition in amoeba, and other forms of nutrition too. In today's topic, we are going to focus on autotrophic nutrition, especially on photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a very vast topic. It is given in from lower classes to higher classes. So you are more or less familiar with the term photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means, in layman's language, to make food in presence of sunlight. This is not a proper definition. This is I'm explaining in layman's language. In photosynthesis, you can get definition from various books. So you can define it like this: that photosynthesis is a biochemical process of synthesizing simple sugars. Here simple sugars means glucose from carbon dioxide, water, and in presence of sunlight, right? Now, but the thing is, we can also have CO2, H2O, and sunlight, but we cannot perform photosynthesis. We means here human beings and other animals, we cannot perform photosynthesis because we do not have a particular thing, that is a pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is only present in green plants. That gives them the characteristic green color. We don't have chlorophyll, right? No. So that is why we can access sunlight, we can access water, we can access carbon dioxide, but we lack chlorophyll, so we cannot perform photosynthesis, and we also do not possess the other machineries, enzymes for photosynthesis. So we are solely dependent on green plants for photosynthesis, because we all know that in case of photosynthesis there is a byproduct, which is obviously oxygen, which is an absolute necessity for all life forms. Oxygen is an absolute necessity for all life forms, so that's why we are dependent on plants. So in case of photosynthesis, we are going to focus on class 10 syllabus in case of CBSE, and some topics from ICSE boards also I will cover in this video. So what we can see, so there are some subtopics. Okay, so the subtopics that we are going to get in these chapters are site of photosynthesis, site of photosynthesis, regulation of stomatal opening and closing. What is stomata? How does it look? I'm going to discuss it everything in details. And the last one is mechanism of photosynthesis. Right now, mechanism of photosynthesis. The mechanism part we can divide into two phase. First one is light dependent phase, the second one is light independent phase. Previously we used to call it dark phase, but we got to know that it is light independent phase. Fine. So our first topic will be site of photosynthesis. So I told you already that we don't have chlorophyll, the pigment. Chlorophyll is what? Chlorophyll is nothing but a pigment. We also have different pigments in our body, like in human body. First of all is melanin, which gives us our skin color, and then we have hemoglobin, right? Now the fun fact is the structure of hemoglobin and chlorophyll is quite similar. Okay, so that is something um, out of the topic, I'll say. So chlorophyll, we are going to discuss about chlorophyll now. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Chloroplast is what? Chloroplast is a cell organelle particularly present in plant cell. So this is a very basic difference between animal cell and plant cell. We all know this, that chloroplast is present in plant cell and not in animal cell. This is a very basic difference. Okay, so chloroplast has this pigment called chlorophyll. Fine. So I am going to draw a very basic freehand drawing of the organelle that is called chloroplast. This diagram is more or less given in every book. You can get it from your textbook and you can study it from. I'm drawing it for the sake of explanation only. Fine. Now what we can see? We can see there are coin like structure inside the inside chloroplast. Okay, there are coin like structure. These coins are kept these coin like structures are kept in stacks. It looks like some 5 rupees or 2 rupees coins are stacked together. That's how it looks right now. So I'm going to discuss it step by step. First one is, we can see that uh, chloroplast is surrounded by two membrane. Okay, that's why it is called bimembranous. Okay, that is why it is called bimembranous, because it is covered by two membrane. The outer one is called outer membrane, very easy, and the inner one is called inner membrane. Okay, now these membranes are semi permeable in nature. In biology we are very much familiar with this term semi permeable, right? Now semi permeable means these let selected molecules or selected particles to enter and exit from this chloroplast. Semi permeable, also called selectively permeable, right? Okay, now we will talk about these coins. Right now, this coin like structure, these are called thylakoid. Fine, I'm taking a different color. Okay, so these coin like structures are called thylakoid. Okay, thylakoid. Now each thylakoid is stacked upon each other. So the stack of thylakoid is called granum. Okay, granum. Granum is nothing but the singular form of grana. It's mean it is the singular form. Fine na? So if it is a singular form, the plural form is called grana. Okay, the plural form is called grana. So it's mean all these stacks of thylakoid, they can be called together grana. Okay, clear? Now you may think that this portion, the vacant portions are empty, but that is not true. These vacant portions, it is not vacant first of all. Now these portions are filled with a living matrix. I know this portion is filled by a living matrix called stroma. Fine, they are filled with a living matrix called stroma. They are called living matrix or ground substance of chloroplast. Fine, living matrix or ground substance. Okay, Now, one fun fact about chloroplast is that chloroplast and mitochondria, we all know about mitochondria. Chloroplast and mitochondria, these are semi-autonomous organelles. Okay, why? Because they have their own genetic material. Fine. Chloroplast and mitochondria also have their own ribosomes called mitoribosome. So that is something different from this topic. So stroma has its own genetic material. Fine. And these pipeline like structure is called stroma lamellae. Fine. Now the reactions that occurs in presence of light, they occurs in grana. Okay, the light reactions occurs in grana, and the but the light independent reactions occur in stroma. Fine. Now there are types of chlorophyll. Fine. There are types of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C, chlorophyll D, etc. Okay, and there is also bacteriochlorophyll. Okay, there is also bacteriochlorophyll. So in nature, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B is most abundant. Okay, most abundant. And chlorophyll A plays the crucial role of trapping the sunlight. Right now, they traps the sunlight. That is their main function. Chlorophyll does what? Traps sunlight. They trap sunlight. So with chlorophyll, there are many other pigments present in plant body that helps in photosynthesis. Fine. Like xanthophyll. Just giving one example. I'm giving. Carotenoid, xanthophyll, etc. So in today's video, up to this much only, I have discussed the site of chlorophyll. In next video, I'm making short videos. I'm not making a longer version. In next video, what we can do, we can discuss about regulation of stomatal opening and closing. Okay. Thank you. That's all for today.